talk about mega deals a lot, don't we, here on the show? And obviously, recently, one of the mega deals has been for the former royal known as Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and that tell all book with Penguin Random House. We've also pointed out that other books that have been recently released, particularly in the Christmas period, have not been as successful as many had first thought. That's because cost of living crisis, books are simply very expensive, and more importantly, where the real stars have gone. As we've told you often here on the show, it's the big names, isn't it? The people with real stories, not these flash in the pan reality TV moments that tell you exactly how they managed to influence you to give them millions of pounds on Instagram or TikTok and then decide to write a book all at the age of 23. You get the picture. So it's harder and harder now for publishers to find someone who genuinely has an interesting story. But right now it appears they found that particular person. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. That person, yes, is a man who really came to power with an 80-seat majority way back in 2019. He is the former British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson. That's right. He's managed to secure a mega deal with HarperCollins to release his memoir. Now, a lot of people, of course, many of his critics will say, how dare he profit from his time in Parliament? Well, all prime ministers have written their books. Everybody from, Neville Chamberlain to Disraeli, every single person in power. It's almost a document of their time. But this will be anticipated more than others because obviously he will have to touch on things like the infamous Partygate scandal and then, of course, those stories like the gold wallpaper. But the real story will be his life or death moment during the pandemic when he sadly contracted COVID-19, plus many other stories. Now, there's no set date, of course, as when this book will be hitting the shelves, but it will be one of the most eagerly anticipated political memoirs in many years. Whether you like Boris Johnson or not, he's a universal figure, all thanks to the fact that he's known. He's not just known here in the United Kingdom. I mean, really, is Rishi Sunak known around the world? Was Theresa May? Was Liz Truss in that 44 days in power? Did anybody remember her? Seemingly not. Boris is a global icon in many respects, seemingly because of that unruly mop of blonde hair, and of course his fascination with the English language makes him relatable on many levels. And this is the reason, as I say, why HarperCollins have looked to make sure that they can sign him for a very worthwhile deal. But more importantly, he will be able to, unlike Prince Harry, go on book tours, theatre tours to sell the product. As we told you recently, that's something now that Prince Harry, all thanks to his stupidity, cannot do. Now, will you buy Boris? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.